Hello and welcome forward. Sorry, I have had a couple of days off from videos, but I dropped my phone in the bath and I had to wait for the camera lens to defog. How does it get any better than that? Thank you, my darling sweet phone for surviving and thriving and coming back to play with us again. I'm super grateful. Okay, cool. So we've got two sides of our box done. Ta-da! Whoop! Now, what I was just thinking is how on earth am I going to make sure that I don't cover these with paint when I pull the rest of it? Well, we're going to go back to using the same method as we had before, which is our baking paper slash, this is actually American butcher paper that my dear friend Linda's sweet daughter imported for us last time she came back from the States, because we here in New Zealand do not have butcher paper. So you can use normal baking paper to replace that if you're a Kiwi. And so I am just going to pop that there, tape it on the inside and tape that up. Oops. Now, reuse, recycle, love the planet. This stuff here, I've used it twice already, but I just want to show you something. Look at this. This is the cool thing about butcher paper. It just peels off. It just, like, I know a lot of you Americans that have butcher paper all the time use it to make your skins with, but look, I can so totally understand why you do. That's so cool. Imagine sticking that onto something that you've... Creepy, darlings, creepy. keep all your things like this and make stuff for Halloween out of them. That would be funny. But it's so easy to clean up. It really is. If you ever get a chance to have some butcher paper, play with it. It's fun. It peels so brilliantly. Anyway, let's stop rabbiting Michelle and do the other side. Where do we need to cut? About there. Now, because I'm taping this, it doesn't need to be perfect, because the tape will make up the difference. So I'm going to tape this and I'll be right back. Magic of cinema. 3, 2, 1. La, 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 la. Hey, what are you doing back here? I'm not finished taping up. Oh, you rat bag sneaking in on me like this. No, why I brought you back in early was because there was a couple of things that I learnt doing the other side that I thought I'd share with you with regards to taping up. One is, check out how wide your tape is. You can see my tape is this wide, and the way I'd folded this paper initially, I was only leaving sort of like, you know, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch, 5 mil of space around the paper for the tape to stick, and that was just so not enough. So that was one thing. The other thing is use your scissors to your advantage. Oops, where are we? So get that top lined up. And don't worry if you go over the end here, because you can always bring your scissors in and trim that back. Okay. But just make sure those edges get pressed down nice and firmly so that the paint doesn't get in underneath. And if you're a little bit concerned about the paint getting in underneath, then what you can always do is a little trick that I saw done. See, look, see this? I don't know if you can see that, but there is a spot there where that is just peeling back, and if you have paint running through that, oh look, it's just going going mad. Alright, this is probably because it's got silicone from the previous paint. I haven't cleaned that previous one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some you can either use PVA glue, you can use this is liquid latex. This works quite well as well. But what you can do is you can just fill up. Look, that's just peeling away. Just because I've got, if you see, there's very little tape space. So what I just did on the other one is just put a whole piece of tape. So that's not even sticking. It's just, that is a silicone problem. That is. So let's get a tissue. What I've found is in my studio I need to keep tissues that are just plain. They don't have any nice lovely aloe vera or anything else in the tissue that keeps your nose nice and soft, because that also keeps the tape, sorry, the paint from sticking. So let's just, this doesn't want to stick. Okay, what else is possible? What else can we do? I'm going to use some PVA. Now, some of you are going, what are you doing? PVA is glue. You're going to glue your paper down. Only if I leave it on for too long. Okay. So as long as I take this paper off within sort of 24 hours, it's going to be fine. So this is what I was going to show you before that bit decided it wasn't going to stick. I'm just going to run a bead of PVA down just to fill in. So even if any paint does go down there, it's already full of PVA and it is not going to flood. PVA, white school glue. Now this trick I actually learnt from Mr. Kate, which is a house redecorating channel, and it's if you're doing stripes on your walls, you do your first coat and then you tape up those stripes ready to do the second colour. You go back over and paint the edges of your tape with your first colour, and that then anything that was going to bleed through bleeds through as the first colour and not as the second one, and you don't get those horrible stripes. So there we go. I don't think I actually need it on this side. This side's not got the peeling, so I'm gonna give it a go. One side painted with PVA, one side without. Let's see if we can tell which one was which when we come back after it's all dry. So put that brush in to soak, clean up our mess, and let's get the paint out. Here we go.
But wait, Michelle, stop. What about the hole in the top?
Good point. Awareness. Thanks for pointing that out to me. We need to cover that up too. Let's do it. Ba-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Ta-da! By the magic of cinema, we have it covered. Now, that is literally not too much. That I taped on some paper. Probably likely to fill up with paint in there, but really it's just to stop us from losing paint rather than to stop it falling through. If it falls through, it's not exactly going to go anywhere, is it? So, how am I going to keep this up off the ground so that those edges can be done? Let us grab something for it to sit on. I have got a couple of these drinking cups. They are identical sizing because they need to be, otherwise my children argue about who gets the bigger one. Yes, reuse, recycle, guys. Anything that comes into my house, everybody has been trained to ask the question, will Mum use this to paint with? And usually the answer is yes, probably. I end up with this pile of stuff by the door ready to come out to the studio. I'm like, why is this here? Oh, we thought you might want to paint through it. Okay, cool. Thank you. And I quickly pop it in the bin. Anyway, how does it get any better than that? Let us create a pot to pour with. So I've got a little bit of white left in my white pot. And if you have seen the previous two videos, you'll need to have gone back to the first one to have seen how I poured. But I have got mixed up here the two colours. We've got our green. We need some more white in that. And then we've got our, this is burnt sienna mixed with white. And it's a fraction too thick. It's a fraction too much friction, yeah. Don't believe in the word of can't remember the rest of the words, yeah. Oh yeah. Does anybody remember whether I put the silicone in those? I think I did. Let's just scrape the rest of this white out. Pretty sure that there's silicone in the brown and the green. And I'm just going to give it one little stir like that, just to mix it up a little. Now, because we're going to go over the sides, but we don't really want stuff coming over these sides, what I thought I'd do is start off here, go right round, and then add more on the ends, and then come right over to the edge and right over to the edge here. So most of the green is in those edge pieces, so I'm just adding a bit more green. Do, 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 do. What have I done? I hope this works. I'm just gonna take that up to the edge there, across there and there, just to make sure we get coverage. Okay. Boop. And then we also need to make sure we get coverage in here. So I'm just gonna run my finger around in there with some paint on it that I've scooped out of that middle. And then, oh, lump, lump. No, get rid of the lump. And then again, we need to make sure these sides get covered. Just getting paint on all of these. If I was to do it again, I'd have done that before I poured, so that it could all just slide down and look pretty. Okay. Tilt. Alright. Do I have more paint in there? I do have more paint. Let's have a look and see what we can get to come out. Just going to pour a bead across there and a bead across there just to add to the paint possibilities. Bring that up. This is a bit like doing my cups, you know. If you haven't seen the cups I did, they were fun. 3D is definitely adds another dimension. Ha! That was a good play on words, wasn't it? I find myself so funny sometimes. And then other times I cringe. How does it get any better than this? Just gonna... It is about getting enough paint in the right places. Catch it before it falls and add it back up again. Even picking it up off the bottom, bringing it up. Sometimes just tapping it with a wet finger is enough to break the stranglehold and allow that paint to flow down. Sorry, you can't actually see what I'm doing. Let me tilt you over so you can see what I'm doing on this end. So I've got paint on my finger, grabbing paint from up there and just dipping it. Pick up a bit more paint. And I'm just putting my finger below where the paint is blocked and inviting it. It's like, hey, come play down here. I'm just gonna grab some paint off out of my tin and say, come on, this way. Would you like a sweetie little girl? Oh, that's a bit dark, isn't it? Stop it, Michelle. Dodgy comment, sorry. But if you do it by putting your finger below and rolling up and then rolling back down again like that, what it does is it grabs hold of what's already there and pulls it back over what you've put on. Okay, does that make sense? And then it allows the run to continue rather than becoming too blotched up. So I'm just going to tilt some of what's up on top here down, and that will break that line that I've created. I'm not sure if you can even see the line that I've created now that I've tilted it. Come on, over you go. Maybe it's not going to move. Right, there it goes. Come on. You can do it. You know you can. Some of it's going. Just a little bit more. There, see, look. And now if I just pop that down and let that run, that will do what the other side's done. Let's go have a look at the other side. Do, 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 do. Can you see it? See how it's run down, filled in all those gaps, and become more of a cohesive unit. Right, next step is to grab our little torch. Just realised we've hardly got any paint in this bit here. Now I'm picking up paint that's in the hole. I'm not scraping paint off the box, I'm scraping paint off the hole and just adding it in. So let's just torch it. If you're new to my channel and this is the first time you've ever seen acrylic pouring, what I'm doing is I'm using a butane flame torch and just keeping the flame off the paint. We're not cooking the paint, we're just warming it. It's popping any air bubbles, but it's also, let's see if I can zoom you in so you can see. Can you see those little cells in there? That's the silicone that was in the paint rising up through the layers of paint to the top. So let's do the top. Hello, Damien.
Hello. I found 2 features.
Found 2 features. Oh, it's feature time, yay. Oh, happy me. I like features.
If you love them so much, you should paint on them.
I'm not going to paint on features. Do you guys know what a feature is? If you're not from New Zealand, you may not. These are, what are they called in other countries? They're pineapple guava or something. I can't remember what they're called. Let me open it up for you. Without dripping on the paint. Oh, making my mouth water. Yum, 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 yum. I know people that are from New Zealand who moved to like England and places like that, and they pay £2 per feature, £2 English pound to buy one of these. Now, oh, yummy, they are delicious, and not many places around the world have them. So if you've tried them, pop a comment in the comment box and let me know what you think of them. I love them. Bye, Damo. Thank you for bringing those in. He's mowing the lawn. Okay. He's been mowing the lawns, so that's why he found the feijoas. It's school holidays. They have timed school holidays beautifully this year. We have got Easter in the middle weekend of the school holidays, which is brilliant. There we go. That's that sign. We've got some cells happened in there, so that makes that pretty too. And let's see how we're going down this end. Okay. So it's running. It hasn't really made it all the way down. That patch there does not have enough paint on it. Let's see what I can pull out of the pot. It's quite bizarre having only one child at home. Our eldest is in China on a school trip. They are having lots of cool experiences, being tourists. So they've got a WeChat group for all us parents, and they're sending us photos of what they're doing. The first day we got blow by blow. We had this meal, this dish, and this dish, and this dish, and this dish for lunch, and we had this and this and this for dinner, and this is us here and here and here and here. We're up to day 3 now, and yeah, the photos have definitely slowed, but that's okay. It's when they stop and we get no communication, that's when we start to ask questions about safety and security. Right, I am going to leave this to do its funky thing. Do your funky thing, paint boy. Let me bring you back and show you what's happening across the top. Quite different to the two sides. But I like it. And hopefully Mum will too. I'm hoping Mum's not watching my videos. She tends not to watch them. So hopefully she's not watching these. And it will be a surprise when she gets her Mother's Day present. But if it's not, oh well. It'll be a cool present to me to know that she's been watching my videos. Alright guys. So I'm going to leave this to dry. And come back to you with the finished product in 3, 2, 1. Hello, and back! I'm back! It's dry! Yay! Did you hear me when I start my video? Hello, and welcome to my cat. Gotta remind myself sometimes. So, first thing I'm going to do is just run the knife around the edge so that when I take the paper out, it does not pull the paint off the box. Okay, just running a knife around, just gently, just done. Right, and let's see what's happened along the sides as well. So let's take that off, because that is now free to do it at once, any time. I've had a number of people ask me, do you cover the backs before you paint? No. 2 reasons why: I'm lazy. And secondly, this is art. This is my creation, my art. And by leaving the back uncovered so that that paint can just be messy on the back, it's one way of people being able to go, see, it is real. This is a real Mickey art. Well, that side's come off good. I'm pleased with that. Happy, happy. Happy Mickey. Happy Mickey's always good. And let's see if we can get the other side off as beautifully. Now some of you are asking, why aren't you cutting that with a knife? Because I forgot. Alright, well, I'm very pleased so far with how clean this has done. That is great. Love it, love it, love it. Happy, happy me. So let's have a look. That was our first side. Ready, set. No, that was our first side. My correction. That was our first side. That was our salad sandwich. It so looked like a in the thumbnail on the video for this one. It so looked like a Subway sandwich. It made me giggle. And then the top is quite different. It's nowhere near as big and bulky, but look at those dribble lines. They are cool. I like them. And we've got the dribble lines on that side as well. Now, one thing I did notice when I came back in to check it after I'd been sitting on those cups for a little bit, the cardboard had softened and the weight of this was actually pushing. Let's see if we can get it. There's just a slight bulge there where it was sitting on that cup. So you may or may not want to bear that in mind when you're choosing how to leave it to set. So there we have it. And let's get our tissue box. Pop it over top. Oh, look at that fancy. My mum's going to have the fanciest tissue box in town. How's it get any better than that? Alright, my dears. I hope you have enjoyed coming to play with me with this. If you have, I have hundreds of other videos on my channel, so go check them out. Right at the end, there's going to be a couple of things posted in the end cards. One of them is yesterday's video, well, the previous video. It's always the previous video, whether it was yesterday or not. And that is my live stream video. And the other one is the Acrylic Pour NZ playlist, which has all of my videos on. So you can just like hit go and it will just play all my videos. How much fun could that be? And just remember, if you watch 30 seconds of the ad before the video, YouTube pays me, and that's how I keep going on this channel, so I'd really appreciate it if you did. Talking of live streams, if you want to come and play with me on my live stream and want to know when it's happening, sign up on this URL. This literally all I send out on that is notifications of upcoming video live streams. You get roughly about 24 hours notice that I'm going to be going live the next day, so you can pre-plan. And hey, if you miss it, it's always available on that pouring acrylic pour NZ playlist. You can always find it there. So check it out. Sign up for the newsletter. Subscribe, like, comment, have fun, and come play with us on the Acrylic Pouring for Fun Facebook group. But only if your target is to acrylic pour, oddly enough, and have fun with it. Oddly enough, going by the name of the group, Acrylic Pouring for Fun. So I look forward to seeing you guys all there and sharing what you've been creating, asking your questions. Remember, there are units in the group where there are posts that could cover your question if you're a newbie. Check those out first before posting your questions, please. I adore you all, and I look forward to seeing you real soon in another video. Bye-bye.